Before you sign for a new F-150 or a new Titan, give me 5 minutes. It might save you $40,000 and a lot of heartache. Here's the short version of what's rolling into my shop. The new F-150's 10-speed automatic has put owners in class action lawsuits over harsh, clunky shifting, and its 3.5 EcoBoost turbo engines from around 2017 to 2020 are known for a cam phaser rattle at startup. The Titan's 9-speed has been through 2 federal recalls, and on top of that, Nissan gave up on the Titan entirely. So a new one is already a discontinued orphan the day you drive it home. I'm not knocking the badges here. I'm pointing you at the specific new models to be careful with, and the proven used ones I'd put my own money on instead. I've been turning wrenches for 23 years, and here's what I tell every customer about to do this. The trucks actually built to last aren't sitting on the new lot. They're used, they're proven, and they run about half the price. I've got 3 of them for you, and the one I'm saving for last is quietly running the exact same engine Toyota put in a 6-figure luxury SUV for roughly half of what that new truck would have cost you. Let's start at number 3. Number 3 is the 2nd-generation Dodge Ram 1500 with the 5.9 Magnum V8, built 1994 to 2001. A customer of mine, Randy, runs a small excavating crew. His 98 Ram has dragged equipment trailers around for years, and it's sitting at 240,000 miles on the original short block. The bottom end on these just flat refuses to quit. Here's what people don't realize. That 5.9 isn't some throwaway motor. It's the last of Chrysler's long-running small block V8s, a design whose roots reach all the way back to the 1960s, right before Dodge moved over to the 4.7 and the Hemi. It's about as simple and stout as a V8 gets, and the short block, the crank, the pistons, routinely rolls past 250,000 miles. Now, I'm not going to sell you a fairy tale because these have 2 known quirks, and a forum full of guys will call me out if I skip them. First, the cylinder heads on some of these were cast a little thin and can crack. It's hit or miss, so on your test drive, listen for a miss or a rough idle. Second, and this one's almost a given, the intake plenum gasket, the belly pan under the intake, tends to blow out and make the engine burn oil with nothing leaking on the ground. So here's your layman check. Pull the dipstick, then ask the seller how much oil it goes through between changes. If it's drinking a quart every few hundred miles with no puddle underneath, that's the plenum. And it's a known affordable fix with an aluminum upgrade plate, not a dead engine. Go in knowing that, and you buy a good one for $8,000 to $12,000, well under half the price of that new truck. But number 2 is the one I'd trust to just start every single morning, no questions asked. Number 2 is the 1999 to 2006 Chevrolet Silverado 1500, the GMT 800, with the 5.3-liter Vortec V8. A customer named Leon bought his 2003 used about a decade ago and just uses it, hauling, towing, daily driving, no babying. It's past 260,000 miles now, and the only real money he's put into it was brakes and a fuel pump. The reason it's here is that 5.3 Vortec. It's an iron block member of GM's LS family, the same engine line that made the Corvette famous. And in a truck, it's tuned to take a beating. It's honestly one of the most punishment-proof V8s GM has ever built. A well-kept one shrugging off 300,000 miles is normal, not remarkable. This is the engine in millions of work trucks, fleet trucks, and family haulers. GM built so many that parts are cheap, and just about every mechanic alive knows them cold. That alone makes it a truck you can actually afford to keep on the road for the long haul. One thing to know before you buy, because it's what separates the good ones. The classic GMT 800 trucks through about 2006 mostly came without cylinder deactivation. GM rolled that fuel-saving system, active fuel management, out across the lineup by 2007, and that's the version prone to lifter failures. So the simpler early truck is the one you want. Just confirm before you buy that you've got the version without it. Past that, The only real weak spot is rusty brake lines, a few $100 stainless fix, and then there's almost nothing left to go wrong. Clean ones run $8,000 to $12,000, still about half the price of new, and it'll outlast the new one by a decade. Which brings us to number 1, the truck that carries this whole promise on its back. Number 1 is the first-generation Toyota Tundra with the 4.7-liter I-Force V8, built 2000 to 2006. This is the one I'd tell my own family to go buy. A customer of mine, Miguel, picked us up used with 180,000 miles on it, honestly expecting to squeeze a few good years out of it and move on. He's past 330,000 now, and it's still the truck he grabs for the long highway hauls. The one he takes when he simply cannot afford to be stranded. Every mechanic in my shop keeps an eye out for these. When a clean one comes through, somebody usually tries to buy it. Here's what makes it the headliner. That 4.7 V8, Toyota's 2UZ FE, was never engineered to a truck budget. It's the same engine Toyota trusted in its Land Cruiser and its Lexus LX, the six-figure luxury SUVs it could not afford to have died in the middle of nowhere. It's an overbuilt cast-iron V8, and in one of these, 300,000 miles is barely a warm-up. Plenty are running strong, well beyond it. When people say the words "built to last," this is the engine they ought to be picturing. And here's the quiet part that makes one such a smart buy right now, because everyone who owns a first-gen Tundra knows what they've got. A clean one holds its value better than almost any truck its age. You're not buying something that'll be worthless in 5 years. You're buying the one truck on this list that people are actually fighting to get their hands on. There are 2 things to check, and both are easy. First, that V8 runs a timing belt, not a chain, due around every 90,000 miles. So before you buy, make sure that service is documented. If it's overdue, just budget for it. It's routine maintenance, not a red flag. Second, and this is the real one on these years, get underneath and inspect the rear frame for rust, because in salt states, that's the genuine weak point on this truck. The engine will happily outlive the body. A solid frame and a documented belt, and you found a keeper. And now the number that ties this whole thing together. A clean, well-kept, first-gen Tundra like this runs somewhere around $15,000 to $20,000. A new F-150 or Titan? You're staring at $40,000 and up for the transmission headaches we opened with. So here's the choice laid out flat. You can finance a brand new truck that already has owners in court over how it shifts, or you can pay about half that for one running a Lexus engine that's already proven it'll go 300,000 miles and ask for almost nothing in return. Think about what that actually means. The new truck buyer spends the next 6 years making payments and hoping the transmission holds. You spend half as much up front on a truck that was already proven before he ever signed the paperwork.